fatigue is an amazing thing, and I mean, after the radiation, the fatigue that I felt was just unbelievable. I mean, walking 100 yards was a major challenge. What I really wasn't prepared for was the depth of fatigue, and it's hard to describe, but it's just, I've been tired before, and that's not it. Tired is actually a good thing, but with the fatigue, I mean, it's just to your core. You just can't. I just can't physically do things, and I can't. I wasn't prepared for that, for the extent of that. One of the things that cured it for me was starting to lift weights again. It's not intuitively obvious to me that lifting weights would cause or cure a fatigue problem, but for me, it was the magical bullet. I'd come out of the gym and I'd be tired, but I wouldn't be fatigued anymore. My wife's father had died about a year and a half before my diagnosis, and one of the things we learned in that was what "do not resuscitate" really meant, and it didn't mean what we thought it meant. And they're still going to give you a lot of life support and food and all this other stuff, and that's, if I'm not going to survive, that's not really what I want. And so we learned a lot about that and how to make sure that our feelings about that were known. And kind of a funny story about that is we were at the lawyer's office putting that together, and so we're sitting around a table of lawyers, and I'm a week before brain surgery, and what our wishes really were that once it comes, if it's obvious that I can't be revived, give me medication so I'm not in pain, but nothing else. I don't want anything else. And so we're sitting at the table and we're talking about that with the lawyers, and I said, well, Carolyn, who's my wife, I said, you're kind of an impatient person, and can you make sure you get a second opinion before you pull the plug? And all the lawyers sat there stone-faced. I'm like, come on, this is good stuff. You should be laughing here. But lawyers, no sense of humor. The day that my neurosurgeon told me you need to get on with your life was the day I went from a brain tumor patient to a brain tumor survivor. And I think it's taken me months to really kind of sort out what that really means. And I'm not sure I know yet, but for me, getting on with your life is a very simplistic way of saying, things really haven't changed, and you can kind of take and put this thing in a box somewhere, and it's always going to be there. But you still need to get on with the things that you wanted to do with your life, whether they be personally or professionally. You just have to get on and do the things in your life that are important to you, and do as much as I'm physically able, and as long as I'm physically able. So I don't know what it means, but it'll be a lifelong experience to find out. I'm Mitch Carlson. I am 42, and I am a brain tumor survivor.